Hello, Zemalf here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, where in this video I will do a couple of things. I will do some inventory management. I will go into the item box, and what I will do is I will take a look at the item info of all the items I have, and I will put things into the box after I have read them and seen that it is an item I won't be using at least for a long while. So let's take a look. Just a normal dagger. I won't be using that, so let's put that in. And then I have the broken thief sword. Nothing special about that. The sword, which served me very well for a little while. A reasonable choice that will suffice in many situations, but not the thing to take along if you expect to face any serious challenge. I agree. Let's store that. I will keep the fire longsword out. And then I have the broken straight sword, one of them which is broken. Nearly useless in battle, but nearly useless trumps empty-handed. And yeah, and still I used the darn thing for almost 3 hours before I found an upgrade. Crazy. And then the broadsword, which I will keep as my backup weapon, even that I'll be using the halberd quite a bit from here on, until I find something else. This straightsword is sufficient in most respects and effective in most situations if wielded properly. Those who aspire to master the sword are certain to wield this at some point during their journey. Oh, really? Okay. And then we have a bastard sword, which I found, but I haven't yet used. A standard greatsword. You know what? I might actually use the bastard sword. I will have to see. I didn't check that yet. And then we have a S-Talk. A sturdy, slender, long blade is designed to pierce the armor of enemies. I'm not going to use the S-Talk, at least not now. The Mail Breaker has a powerful critical attack, and it's shield piercing, but no, I'm not going to use it. Hand axe might be an awesome weapon if I had a little bit lower stats, but I'm not going to use it. It's more of a tool than a weapon. And I actually have 2 halberds at the moment, so maybe later on I could upgrade another halberd on a different path or something. Or I can just keep the other one in my inventory as a backup, in case one of them gets broken. Ranged weapons, I only have the crossbow, which doesn't say much probably. Yeah. Let's take a look what I have found. What does it say in the Estus flask? The nature of the link between the Estus flasks and the bonfires that illuminate the world of the undead is entirely unknown, but this is of little concern, for any undead knows the value of these precious flasks. Indeed. Human effigy. Peer closely at an effigy and one begins to perceive a human form, but whose form it takes depends on the person looking. Life gem. Radiant life gem. Amber herb. It gives impression of luminance, restores a small number of spell uses. That is probably very useful item for a spellcaster if you go into a boss fight and you use certain spells and then you run out of spells, and with the amber herb you can restore some of those and have some spells to finish the boss off or something. Divine Blessing. In any age, there are those who refuse to see reason. It is their meddling that distorts the truth. Green Blossom, recovery, stamina recovery. Homeward Bones. Bonfires burn on the bones of undead, and this bone, belonging to one whose journey was cut short, has the power to travel to bonfires, as if it yearns to resume its futile quest. And the Dark Sign, an accursed mark. The Dark Sign induces death, returning the player to the last bonfire rested at the cost of all souls held. Do what you must to gather the pieces, scraping them into some semblance of the whole, before the will to do so fades. Black Firebomb. Utilizes powerful explosive developed in the fallen kingdom of Forossa. Interesting. Witching Urn. Magic damage. Created in Melfia, a land that flourishes with magic and pyromancy. Though the magic contained in the urn lacks potency, it is a boon to any experienced traveler. Throwing Knife is just a throwing knife. Aromatic Ooze. Applies magic to right-hand weapon. Okay, so I can enhance the weapon temporarily with that. Alright. Particularly effective against heavily armored foes or creatures with thick scales. So magic weapons would be good against armor. Interesting. Repair powder. Repairs equipment. Alright. The rusted coin temporarily boosts luck, making items and the like easier to find. So yeah, this boosts item discovery. The coin is engraved with the image of a god that was worshipped in ancient times, but no one knows its true origins. Lloyd's Talisman. Cleric knights fight with pride, and by blocking the recovery of the undead, they can also fight with impunity. And then we have the souls. The soul is the source of all life, and even in undeath or hallowing, the mind seeks souls. What I am most interested in is the soul of the last giant. Soul of the surviving giant who was bound below the forest of the giants. Many seasons had come and gone, and the giant prepared for his final rest, but his soul remained magnificent, testimony to his former strength. Alright, I have more items here. The white soapstone, which I could use to engage in the jolly cooperation. The flow of time is distorted in these lands, and the white sign soapstone allows the undead to assist one another. You will be rewarded with Token of Fidelity. Token of Fidelity. What I found interesting is that the small white side soapstone, which I probably won't use since I have the normal one, I can put this in the storage. Well, I still wanted to check just a moment. So the other side is that the small white sign soapstone said that the effect is not as long-lived. So is there a temporary timer when you do cooperation, at least with the small one, so you can't be summoned forever? Which is interesting. The cracked blue-eye orb could be used to invade the world of the guilty. Then we have the red-eye orb just to invade. Token of spite. Blue separation crystal can leave a world if you invade someone. Bone of order. Right, that was that one. Petrified something. unidentified petrified object, pleasant to the touch despite its looks, a rare and peculiar thing to be certain, but one without a known purpose. Soul vessel. A vessel that will accept your souls. It can allow reallocation of levels, but without proper assistance it may simply drain you of souls. If you truly wish to start again, go to the place where your journey began. So there is a way to use this thing to reorganize the stats with a little cost. But I wonder, does that mean that I could, with this character, start again? Or does that mean that just start a new game? It's a very interesting item. Right. What else? The shields. Buckler. Buckler is good for parrying, but I'm not really a parrying expert, so I'm not going to use the buckler. The small leather shield is very light and easy to use, but not very stable. I'm not going to use that. The crimson palm. A fancy name and nifty paints are surely a merchant's effort to make this very ordinary shield more attractive. Alright, let's put that in as well. Because I think I'll be using the large leather shield I found. So yeah, let's put that in. This is the shield I started with. Unusual design suggests a foreign origin, indeed. Lightweight despite its iron construction. Not sufficient to protect one from real danger, I do agree. Let's put that back. Blue wooden shield. Wooden shield used from ancient times. Inferior to metal shields in terms of stability and physical damage reduction, but easy to use and weighing so little that it hardly requires any strength to bear. Hollow Soldier Shield. Shield of Hollowed Royal Soldiers. The accoutrements of royal soldiers feature a depiction of a brave knight from an old parable. But it's not very powerful shield, was it? No, it wasn't. Can I... I wish, when I was looking for the shields here in this screen, in the bottom I would actually have the... Well, there is a total value of all types of damage reduction. So I see that large leather shield in total has 490 protective powers, while the hollow soldier shield only have 210. So yeah, let's put that back. Then I have various helmets, including the one I brought with me, the standard helm. It is much more defensive than the one I have, so I think I will keep it. The Hollow Soldier Helm. Hollowed Royal Soldiers. Wearing this will be a little use. Let's put all of those there, and then we have the Infantry Helm. A piece of basic minimal equipment. Worse yet, it's worn and nearly falling apart. Not recommended unless your options are spent. Let's put those in as well. Then we have various armor items, including the imported tunic that I brought with me. The cursed souls who wander the lands have a strange way of ending up here, and is drawn from afar by some force. So let's put that back in. The hard leather armor and leather armor are almost the same as far as protection goes, interestingly. I will have to compare those more closely before I decide if I put that one in. Imported machetes, same thing, I can put that in. Hard leather gauntlets, I will keep those, and I have the leather gloves. Hollow soldier gauntlets, not very protective. So let's put those in. Infantry gloves. Those in. Old knight gauntlets, I might switch into these. They are so much more protective than the ones I have, in case I need some heavy armor at some point. The imported trousers will go into the box. Hard leather boots I will keep for now. Hollow soldier leggings, not very protective. The infantry boots are slightly better, but not very good either. One of the reasons here I'm looking at these item descriptions, in case I didn't mention it at the beginning, is that in Dark Souls, the story, the lore information, it is not thrown to your face with cutscenes or anything. Most of the information is found from the item info, especially with some special items. Life ring. Each ring has a different power, and even very modest rings can be a great boon on a perilous journey. Indeed. Ring of Restoration. A protective ring passed down in House Osteria. That's kind of thing I mean, House Osteria. We have no information about House Osteria, but they have a Ring of Restoration. In the sacred land of Lindelt, this ring symbolized prosperity and longevity for the great House Osteria, but the ring is fragile and breaks easily, as if it hates being taken for granted. Yeah. So we know that in land of Lindelt there was a great House Osteria, but that's all we know. But that's the kind of information we have in the Dark Souls lore. I found the Great Soul Arrow, but I can't use it yet. Then I have the various arrows. I found the fire arrows. Nothing special there. What about the keys? Leningrad key. Key of blacksmith Leningrad of Majula. Majula, the land of exiles, is comprised of abandoned old houses, one of which Leningrad has fashioned into a workshop. Well, that we knew already. Key to the abandoned house in Majula, received from Gale the cartographer. In the past, Majula served as a dumping ground for horrible things, but is now a gathering place for those with no better place to go. It seems this house in Majula was the final home for a few such souls. Soldier key. Key to the soldier's door in the forest of fallen giants. A fort was erected in the forest to face the giants, and now the soldiers are lost and hallowed. They are enfeebled but not without honor, and continue to steadfastly defend their country. To face the giants. So the soldiers fought the giants. Forest of fallen giants. And the last giant I killed was very wood-like, if you will. And then I saw the one near the soldier's rest. That more or less looked like a tree. Because I was wondering what does it mean, Forest of Fallen Giants? Right, let's look at the gear here. Yeah, the hat is much less protective, and The hard leather armor is more protective, but this one I found is much lighter, and it does give a better magical defense. So it would kinda make sense to use it. I will keep this hat on for now, but maybe I will put on the standard helmet at some point to have a little better protection in my head. But this will do for now. No, not much lore information into items just yet, but I think especially the big souls I found and some special items I will most definitely look at. One thing I thought about doing was, well, first of all checking this Majula area one more time and various directions. What was interesting there about the description of Majula in one of those items, that it was a dumping place of terrible things. So is that what the big hole there is? That used to be a place where they threw some criminals, or just things they didn't want to deal with, monsters? So going down there whenever I can handle the fall. Not sure how smart of an idea it will be. As I check through this area if I happen to find something, that's a big fall. Guess I happen to find something, that's great. If not, I was thinking of going back to the area where I started and fight that big giant creature that I tried when I started the game. I have no idea if there can be anything in these boxes. Alright, and I need to be careful with those pigs. They were badass pigs. Don't really want to mess with them too much. If I only remember where they were. I found that one. Right, and then there was the cat. Let's talk some more.
What's happened to you? You have that glint in your eyes. And the scent of one with quite the catalogue of sins. Oh, don't feel bad. I'm sure your mother's still proud.
So what were you selling? Ring of the Evil Eye. Silver cat ring. Reduces damage from falling. I wonder if that is actually needed to go into the pit. Easier to be detected by enemies. Why would you want that? Ring of Whispers. Can hear the voices of foes. Then you sell the Homeward Bones and those items. I wonder if you restock the Homeward Bones or not. Do you have anything to say to me?
Are you going to see the old ones? Those four who have grown so incredibly ancient. They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake, no one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that.
I'm still wondering that...
Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent. It grows nicer with each passing day.
You are a strange cat, sweet Shelqua.
Nothing suited you, I presume?
No.
Well, that's dismaying.
Was the last giant one of the four? It certainly was ancient. Be wary of trio. Indeed. Try strike and then item. Try attacking and then item. What? What? Yes. Thank you, sir. Estus Flask Shard. That was cool. I wonder, can I take those peaks now? They were freaking hard. Haha, I can take you now, Bix. That's right. You almost got me. You almost got me before, but not now. Not now, Bix. Oh, that's well. Oh, I love the message system. That's kind of... I want to experience the game on my own and avoid spoilers. But things like that, I don't know. Would I have hit that rock? No, I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. There's a ladder here. Why didn't I check the ladder? Why didn't you tell me about the ladder, man?
Oh, hello again. I hope you find something of use.
Why didn't you tell me about the ladder?
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really.
Well, I'm here. I just realized I didn't talk to Maughlin Armorer. More than just opening the shop dialogue.
A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan.
Really?
You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash.
Really? What else can you tell me?
Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here?
Oh, please don't leave because I'm talking to you.
Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here? Oh, is something wrong?
No. Nope. Just going to check upstairs. Just ahead. So I thought. That's why I wanted to go check. Up. Why was there bloodstain? Did someone fight? The poor armorer? Titanite shard. Nice. Sometimes those chests have items, sometimes they don't. Well, I will go and, yeah, thanks for the chat. I hope you stick around. Even better if you get a better supply of armor, then I will like you even more. Hello. Oh, don't.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king, lest this land swallow you whole.
I wanted to upgrade my Estus flask, my lady. And so I have 4 charges. Yes. Which reminds me. Let me see if I could play with the HUD that goes away when I don't need it. I kinda like the idea of having a clear view. It still shows me the chalk signs and things like that, but get a little screenshot material there. Yeah, I like that. Oh, this game is so beautiful and gorgeous in its own strange way. Okay, so back to the starter place to fight that big fella. I will just check around the corners. I will go check the. There was an item there, I picked it up. I will go check out the tower where that one fellow was sitting, and there was the statue and strange poison spreading guys with their humongous balls or other genital area. But yeah, let's go back to the old firekeepers, the ladies that helped me remember my true self. Doesn't that tree look a bit odd? Gorgeous view ahead, therefore praise the sun. Indeed. Right. So, did I actually manage to say what I want to say, what I'm doing here? Going back to the area for the ladies and fighting the big ogre, and possibly even trying 10 those ones there. There was that one, then big one, and then there was a hollow soldier there. But we'll see about them first. The one at the beginning in the cave was certainly an interesting one. Why didn't I teleport here? Well, because I wanted to run, that's why. I wanted to run. If I happen to die, I want to return to this bonfire. And then go fight the big guy. Is that an item there? That was a bit too long of a jump. I think roll will do. I wanted to check the waterfall. Not that closely, but I wanted to check it out, and then there is an item. Yeah, I think doing stuff like this is a good idea now that I'm already a bit low on humanity and my maximum hit points is going down. So is it enough if I roll? Small, smooth, silky stone? I think I know where that will go. I could have gone there as well. I didn't see that bush. I only noticed the one here. Should have paid more attention.